day. There's trouble in Israel, terrorism, first time in a couple of years, except they have had rockets and mortar fights across the Gaza in recent time. What did you discover? What did you learn going to Israel?
Well, for one, it was a trip of a lifetime for Todd and for me. I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to visit the holy sites, and I have such a love for Israel that it was wonderful to be there. And then to have the opportunity to hear firsthand from the Prime Minister, to hear firsthand from Netanyahu and his family what their concerns are, what their threats are, and how they want to know. They want to know that America is on their side. And
do they feel President Obama is on their side?
You know,
are they satisfied with the relationship?
I think that there are many in Israel who would feel even more comfortable knowing that there is an even greater commitment from those who presently occupy the White House, that they are there on Israel's side, and our most valuable ally in that region can count on us.
Well, there's been a discontent between the two sides over settlements, because as I understand it, is that President Obama wanted an absolute freeze on the settlements, and Israelis didn't want to do an absolute freeze. There's been so that some tension has grown up between the two in this
President Obama was inappropriate to intervene in a zoning issue in Israel, though. I mean, let Israel decide their zoning issues themselves.
They asked us for help, but they asked us whether they're going to be able to. Israel's asked us for help over the years.
Build housing for the Jews in their homeland, whether they're going to be allowed to or not. And no, President Obama didn't want to see that allowance of the building of the structures. I would have taken an opposite approach, by the way. But no, Israel, concession after concession, and Israel facing threat after threat. They deserve to know that America will be there to help secure. They're being surrounded now on all sides by enemies. They have to worry now about their peace agreements with Jordan and with Egypt, and they need to know that they've got the U.S., the superpower, the leaders of the free world, being on their side, knowing that they will not be destroyed, as Ahmadinejad, those in Iran, want to see them wiped off the face of the earth. Don't think that Ahmadinejad would stop there at Israel. They become in our direction too, so it's in our best interest to help protect Israel.
I don't pretend to know the answer, and many presidents have tried to resolve the answer, help Israel. But I'm curious, if you were president, what would you do about Israel?
I would certainly let them know that, yes, we are on their side, we are their friend, we are their ally.
How do you do that? I mean, if they don't believe that now, I mean, they may have a little bit of a spat over the settlements with the president, but historically the United States has stood side by side with Israel.
We need to be even stronger in our commitment to help secure Israel and to help in this peace process, and not tell Israel that the land that is yours you cannot build on, you have to concede even more to the Palestinians. No, we need to stay out of skirmishes like that and look at the big picture and remind them of our support. That remember, Israel too, they're threatened by Hezbollah, by Hamas, by the extremists in Iran. They have great and significant threats all around them.
In order for us to be sort of the broker, the helper, we've got to also get the Palestinians. We've got to do something vis-a-vis the Palestinians. What do we do?
Why is it that in the past, too often, the U.S. government has told Israel that they're the ones, the Jewish community, that they need to back up, they need to back off, or there will never be peace. They need to keep conceding. Why aren't we putting our foot down with the other side and telling the Palestinians, if you're serious about peace, quit the shellacking and the shelling, quit the bombing of innocent Israelis. Look at the young Israeli family that was slaughtered in their house a week or two ago. Look at today, the bombing of those innocents at a bus station in Jerusalem. No, we need to be strong and
so you take a harder line.
I would take a harder line. Otherwise, Greta, we're just going to continue down the same path, watching those skirmishes in that region, which are not in America's best interest to continue to see the instability in the Middle East. No, for peace, for stability, we do need to take a harder line, and we do and can participate in their peace process negotiations.